Hello. If you can see me and you can hear me, type yes. Hello, Patricia. Good to see you back in here. I can see Patricia comment. Are you still there, Patricia? I don't see anyone. Okay, well, I will just spend a bit of time to wait for you to come. Yes, Patricia, good to see you back. Yes, really nice to see you. And I'm just waiting for a couple more. Yes, Patricia is in. Good to see you. Hi, Patricia. And tonight we have a few more that I'm just waiting to come in a little bit more. You just give them a bit more time for people to log in. Hello. Yes, we have more people. Are you there? Yes, and Jan, yes, I remember you, Jan. Yes, good to have you back. Yes, I'm going to get started right now. Okay, my usual video that I'll play for you while y'all we get ready to come back. Okay. Yes, and Ludi, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. Okay, now let's start. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good to be back again today. And I'm very happy to greet all of you. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, today is a bit stressful for me because we were shifting to a bigger center and a lot of packing with my team today. And yeah, I rushed back to quickly do my dinner and to see all of you again. I apologize for a very late notice to all of you. Today we're going to do a very, very interesting topic, and I think this is a topic that is so close to everybody's heart. And as usual, when I start, I like to see your child's age so that I know, have a feel of the parents who are here. And tonight we also have some rather new parents. If you are new, say hello, I'm new. And parents who have been with us, I know Parisa has a pretty older child, which is I think 4 years old, right? Yeah, going 4. And you have answers. So please type in your child's age or by the month, okay? Your child's age so that everybody else knows as well who are the children. And as I share, I can share a bit more constructively as well. Okay, so really nice. Hello, Jacqueline. Welcome back. How's Jillian? Everyone is good, right? I hope that are y'all all back to work? Are you busy? I'm very happy that my center, my academy that we are shifting to a nicer, bigger place. We can all go back for renovation. Our contractors can start work, and my team can also go back to finish our last packing. And yes, we look forward to our new home. And so I kind of rush back today. It's a very busy day, and so I want to welcome all of you, and also some parents who can't join us now because you might be tucking your baby to bed. And I do have many parents who watch my replay who are sharing also my video. And for parents who are here, I want to encourage you to share the video because, whether you're sharing to a grandma, to a, I think you all agree with me that, every Tuesday when you come in here, the things you learn actually is so applicable to not just parents like yourself, right? There are parents who who have who some may not even be a parent yet. Last week we had hello Jolie, welcome back. Yeah, I know George is like 7 months, 8 months already, right? Yeah. So I must say that a lot of last week we have early educators as well, and I know that after today there will be other people watching in. I want to address you as well, who are watching my replay. Do welcome, I want to welcome you. And please share the video because I think more and more people needs to hear the message that I'm sharing. And this is actually my motivator, because I want to see more children growing up nicely. Oh, Ines Garda. Where I don't see Ines. Yeah, Ines, would you say hello? Welcome. Yes. Do type hello. We like to see you. Okay. Tonight I'm really going to go very quickly into our tonight's topic, and I didn't prepare like previously so many slides, but I have a nice video to show you tonight, and we're gonna have a very nice discussion. I'm not sure if my video load up successfully, but I'm touching on hello, Michelle. Michelle, I thank you. Thank you for coming in. And I feel that tonight's topic is very important. Even parents who were in my academy, parents who have graduated from our academy, like Michelle, many of them have this question: When? Hello, Ines. You're very new. How old's your child, Ines? Could you share with us how old's your child as well? Parents who, if you just enter this live stream, please type in your child's age. Okay, so we all can like get to know each other as well. All right. So yes, and you are all my motivator, when you get in here. And as usual, let me know that you're watching. Yes, hi Ernest, that you are actively listening, right? Hit the thumbs up and a heart so that something is active on my screen that I can see happening. Hello, Olive. Yes. You're new, right? Parents, when we are new, please type in your child's age, okay, so that we can see, who are, then I can address you more constructively as well. Okay, Agnes has a 3 years old, just nice. Okay, what I'm going to share, parents, I always want to put a definition to it. The parameter of what I'm sharing is actually very much relative to a 0 to 3 years old. Okay, 3 years old, maybe 3.5. And if your child, is past 4, 5, certain thing I share, I can tell you that it's still relevant. It's just that my area of focus and my research and my area of interest and specialization is very much in constructing the 0 to 3 years old brain. Okay, and I like to address parents who have older children like Perizat as well, because some parents that I come across, they may have older children. I even meet parents with 7 years old children, but after they hear what I share with them, right, the reasoning about the brain and so on, guess what? These parents then get to understand the reason why their children are behaving in a certain way, and as they recall, right? And this is what actually a lot of occupational therapists, do. When a child goes for any occupational therapist treatment, right, for any behavioral issue, they always want to trace back, right, to their history. And when parents think that, then they realize, oh, this is why my child is behaving this way and so on. So even if you're friends with older children, share your knowledge, okay? Share your knowledge. I want you to learn and share. Oh, Elle, congratulations, 2 months old. Very good. I always encourage parents, and like Jolene, she also started learning. Jolene here, she's with us. George is now 8 months. You guess what? Many of our parents who are in here are actually parents of my center. Okay, and yes, Parisa, thank you for acknowledging that. I just want to share not just information, but something tangible that y'all can take back and immediately implement. Use it and share the knowledge with as many parents as you know, and early educator, people around, grandma, grandpa, because you are actually saving a child's life, for life. Isn't it great? And that's why I feel that this is my calling, this is my mission, that I really find that parents who, the more you learn, okay, and you are all, I call my learners parents, okay, and there are parents who are actually enrolled in my center, in my academy, okay, the early brain academy. They are also still here, still learning. Even some have already graduated; they're still learning. So I really, want to acknowledge you and honor your attention as well. So let's go into our topic tonight. Okay, tonight we're talking about a very hot topic, right? Let me bring up my this. Okay, yeah, my banner. Right. I said screen time. Okay. And I just want you to type, right? Any of you have you type screen time, okay? If your child is already exposed to the screen, and if you also have experience that when you take away the screen, right, your child also makes noise, then you just type scream, okay? Yeah, or I know yeah, what happened? Okay, so you oops, sorry, huh? Because my phone suddenly went off with my live stream, so I cannot see your comment right now. So I have to rely on my laptop. Okay. Can I ask, are you all still with me? If you are with me, because something is quite. In fact, my own computer broke down. Okay, so I'm very stressed today. I was going to use my phone to do the streaming. Then later, my son said, "Why don't you use daddy's for computer?" So I'm using a system that I'm not very familiar with tonight. So do pardon me if I suddenly get locked out also. Okay. So but I think you're stable, right? Can you just give me a thumbs up? Or not thumbs up. I can't see now. Just type yes, yes. Okay. If you can hear me well, can see, right? Yeah, please. Okay. Even your response, I think so long as you respond, right? I know that you're there. Okay. Oh, Jolene, yes, screen time, right? Have your experience scream as well? If you have, right, you type screen plus scream. You ever experienced scream yet? Okay. Yes, Michelle, I know you'll be asking me this question, right? Okay. And I know the last we talked about is you say hard to control. Why I have this topic today is because, oh my, Patricia, right? Yes, this is common. I witnessed with my own eyes, not with my own child, because of course I apply the right method. But I know many parents have this, okay, and other parents, 2 months old, very good. That I know. I'm so happy that you are listening in, so you can start on the right note. You don't have to face the screen time, okay? And I'm going to explain. I'm going to open up for you, okay, to see. And Ernest, yes, I believe many parents would have exposed a child to the screen, what in one way or another. All right. Yes. And many times I know that if your child has been watching the screen, you definitely have opportunities for screen time. Okay. So I just want to open this can of worm for all of you. Okay. And I hope this is, I'm going to explain this from a neurological perspective because, I don't like to say what I like, what I feel that y'all should do. I don't like to nag you, but I give you all truth and facts, okay? And the decision is yours. All right. Because I know many parents who are in my academy, who are enrolled into my academy, they do always have this question, Patricia, when, because they had to hold off, right? So I'm going to explain this to you, okay? Now, y'all can hear me well, right? Because I'm totally locked out from my mobile Facebook, and I'm totally can't see your comment on this other screen. So I'm relying on one. So I hope that it is still I can still interact well with you. Okay. So if I don't tonight, please pardon me. Now coming back, screen. Now let me address this. Okay, and the type of program, which type of program, right, is suitable. Now, parents, if your child, I mean, I'm going to wrap this up with what age, okay? And let me ask you, right? Let me bring up one screen, okay? And you tell me, okay? You tell me afterwards, whether this is good or not. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to. Okay, like I said, this is a very easy, new screen for me. Let me then take this away. I'm going to show you something, right? Okay, to enjoy.
Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had some chicks, E-I-E-I-O. With a chick here and a chick there, here a chick, there a chick, everywhere a chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry for killing your fun. I hope no one is screaming out there, huh? Okay, now can you type, right? Okay, how many of your children are watching cartoons like that? If your child is exposed to this kind of a cartoon or McDonald's, right? Type me, okay? Can I see you, right? If you have a child is already watching, okay, maybe I think most of your children will be watching a kind of a nursery rhyme in this one way or another, right? Then the next question is that how many of you think that your is suitable for say a toddler 4 months old onwards to watch this kind of cartoons, okay? If you think it's appropriate, right, type okay. Can y'all type okay? Just these two words, okay. I just want to do a poll, right? How many of you think that a 4 months, 5 months old onwards, a 2 years old is okay to watch? This is a very harmless cartoon, isn't it? It's a very nice, friendly cartoons, and yeah, just type okay. Okay, you think okay now Okay, Teresa said earlier on, but your child doesn't watch this anymore, right? Because I'm sure your child is watching a lot more other more complex cartoons, isn't it? And programs, maybe even like I don't know, I'm not into all these, but last time it was Dora and the more, but I'm sure there are some other kind of cartoons, right? And listening, Gazelle. Okay, I hold on to that. Listening. And Ludi say that your child is watching. Okay, Ludi, I forgot how old is your child? Do I have you typed in just now? Could you just type in the age of the child? Answer is no, but YouTube pops up this year. Yeah, I know, right, Michelle? But YouTube pops out. But then what does your child watch? If you switch on, right? Okay. So what kind? How to see real people singing? Right. Okay. I know Michelle has she was taught by me before. I did teach y'all some kind of you know uh program that is suitable and not suitable. Okay. So Jacqueline says screen during CB, right? Exposed to this kind of nursery rhyme. When you go back to school, you manage to go back. Oh, that's very good. You go back to their no screen routine. Jacqueline, well done. Jacqueline, well done. Okay, well done. All right. Wow, zombie games. Okay, Ludi, 9 months. Your child is watching nursery rhyme. Okay. And Jolene, also same as Jacqueline, right? Okay. Now I'm going to address this. Okay. Now, parents, it is not the type of content that your child is watching, is whether it's suitable or not. Okay, it is the way that these cartoons or even human being acting out. Okay, I want to tell you how the brain processes information, parents. The right way to give your child information. Okay, Raisha, Nani, good. I like to see all your answers. Okay, I tell you, these are all very new characters to me. Okay, and do type your child's age. All right. Yeah, good. Not for baby George. Okay, definitely not. Gazelle, I know 3 months. You're keeping very well because you have heard me, right? Before. Yeah. So parents, let me come to this. Okay. Yeah, Raisha, I'm very interested to see how old is your child as well. If you would just write down, your child's age for me. Okay. Well, I address the rest of the parents. Okay. Now, coming back here is that what kind of program, right, is suitable for your child? Okay. Now, parents who have taught by me and graduated from my program, I tell them that they should choose if they want to give the child visuals, right? It should be human beings singing, so that you want them to relate to people. All right, we cartoons are cute, they're nice, but from a neurological perspective, okay, if you want to develop a superb child, because parents, I am talking about giving the right content to the brain so that you can have a good foundation. Okay, so I'm not saying that totally no cartoons, but let me qualify first. Okay, tonight I'm a bit over because this is a very big topic. Okay, it's a very scientific answer to this question as well, and I want to be as scientific as I can. Okay, right. Very good. And Raisha is 22 months. Definitely welcome back. Okay, 7 months, right? And never exposed. Yes, definitely. You are taught by me. You know that you have to keep it, okay, keep it away. I'm going to address this one by one. All right. Oh, Cocomelon is very popular, is it? I will go and take a look. Hi, Emeline, welcome back. Yes, Cocomelon is very popular. I'm going to go and find out what is Cocomelon, okay, because I'm dealing with children, right? But they're not supposed to watch. Let me address you parents, is that the brain, right, when the 0 to 3 years old, the kind of information we want to feed to the brain is something systematic, okay? And you want the child to have connection of information, connectivity. So parents are taught by me, and I must say that I'm sharing so much, right, in my this live stream, that my parents parents who are enrolled in our academy, who pay me fees, are asking me, Patricia, you're sharing so much. Then what we differentiate? Of course, parents, you are paying fees one. You have our special attention and you have a system that you're following. Okay, so very different. But I'm sharing the public because there's still a very important message. This whole early childhood is a huge topic, and I just want as many parents, right, who may not have the, I would say, the blessing, that to receive our academies program earlier, to also understand, and those who have not encountered us, right, I want you to know that the early brain, okay, needs information that are to be fed systematically. Example. Okay, when you tell a child, right? Okay, when a child sees, right, they must see that, okay, mommy is walking from here to the bedroom. Mommy takes out, my teddy bear. Mommy walks back to me and give me that teddy bear. You see that? They see the process. It's important. But when the child watches a television, what they see is that the mommy, okay, talk to the baby, right? Next thing, the mommy brings a teddy bear. The child misses that whole process, the information processing. And that's how then the brain has a missing patch, right, of information. And can you imagine when the child watch more and more TV program? It's just flashes here. For example, the child may see an old man having breakfast in a cafe. Then next thing they see this old man, right, is in a park, walking, jogging, doing exercise. Then you see, oh, the man go to sleep, all within maybe a 2 minute space. But the child doesn't have, the brain doesn't have that process. And this is what happens when children who are overexposed to screen. It doesn't matter what kind of content that the child receives, right? It's actually very, very hurting for the brain, to the extent that many children are, having to see treatment. And of course, this is a lot of my study of the brain, and these are my inferences. Okay, that there's no connectivity. And in fact, there's a very huge study is done by Dr. Dimitri that I've shared actually in some public workshop that you would like to go and listen to him. Okay, and if Dr. Dimitri ever hears me, he will know that I always promote his theory and his findings by his team. He's actually a child's pediatrician. Okay, yeah, lots of language. Yes, Jacqueline, you've done the right thing. I like this. Okay, I'm going to talk about how the brain and the TV and so on. Now, in these studies, right, they actually put mice, in a lab to test. Okay, they give them TV stimulation. All right, parents. And what happens is that after 42 days of television, they remove the TV. So they look at these two groups of minds. One group without, okay, one group without television, and one group, right, actually is exposed to the television. Two groups, okay. The group that is exposed to television, guess what? When they put them back into the field, okay, it's just normal TV cartoons, that a child would watch. They simulate that for the mice. And what happens is that when they put them in the field, right, the mice track was like all over, diagonal, and so on. But the other group that is not exposed to television, okay, some parents here might have heard me before, right? I've shared this. The mice actually trace because they're supposed to go and trace, something that is given to them in a field. And then the second study they did was that they gave them two groups of mice again, something that they're familiar with to go around to study it. Then they give the mice, right, something new to go and go around. Guess what? The group of mice that was exposed to television, okay, bear in mind, parents, it doesn't matter what kind of content, okay? They are exposed to 42 days of television. When they put in the field, right, they saw something familiar, they went around it, and then they saw something new, they went around it, same amount of time. But the other group of mice that's not exposed to television, they saw something, familiar, and then they discovered something new. Guess what? They went around something new, exploring, trying to figure out. So the conclusion, right, from this study is number one, is that, those mice that are exposed to television, the flashes of images, the conditioning, causes actually short attention. That means 20% chance of getting attention deficiency, okay, in a group of people. And then second studies is that those that are overexposed to television, right, they have lesser interest to learn new things. And this is observable, right? If any early childhood parents, parents or teachers who are here with us tonight, you know, okay, you know that there are. And tonight, if we have an early childhood teacher with us, okay, yeah. So I'm going to address that, right, Shah? You hold that question because I'm going to come. But I just want to explain how the brain receives information. And that this forms the fundamental of my advice later, okay? Because I have done years and years of research, okay? My son is now 12 years old. He's actually in a gifted program. All right. And of course, we work with so many children and parents who have graduated from my academy. We actually coach parents, right, how to develop their children. And all these children do turn out in a very, they're very organized in the processing. They understand sequence. And from a very young age, okay, before they turn two and after two, they tend to be more mature. They process information well. And of course, when they go to school, they're teacher's pet because they are the one who pay attention. They can follow instructions well, and they don't rely on the screen, and they're not addicted to the screen. That's important. Okay, and not only that, there's a lot of hurt to the brain when the child is exposed to the screen too early, parents. And when I say too early, it's anything below 3 years old, below 3 years old. Okay, so I just want to put a caveat to this is that whatever I share, right, is 0 to 3 years old, 3.5, yes, okay, or even up to 4. So this is the windows, all right? Because why this is so? Parents have heard me earlier is that the early brain, right, the synapses, the 100 billion neurons in the brain, right, are very sensitive. They connect they very fast, okay? So explosively fast, okay, much faster than a 4-year-old. Okay, parents, it's very scary. This is scientific proven, okay? A 1-day-old baby, right, the brain connectivity is very, very explosive compared to a 1 month old. A 1 month old, right, much faster than a 1 year old. Now you see, right, because of that, it enables a child to learn much faster, right, when they're 0 to 3 years old. That's why we capture that windows of opportunity. But because of this windows of opportunity, right, if there's any toxin in a way, when I say the TV program being fed in, right, it can also hurt the brain without you realizing it, parents. And why I do this topic today, right, with a very great passion, is because actually after my last week, and Teresa always asked me, where's my next topic? I said, I'm inspired always by the parents' question. I have so many topics, early childhood, there's so many topics, but I want to say something that is relevant and close to your heart. And this is where many parents actually, actually a few have written to me, and I always go back and diagnose the child's screen time. And I can tell you that many of them are overexposed to the screen. Okay. When I say overexposed, right? Actually, your child shouldn't even be watching any screen. Parents on my program, you're here. I know I can't say, oh, you put up your hand, but I know who you are, right? Michelle, Daphne, Jacqueline, and many of you who are in my academy program, you know my teaching. Okay, and it is all supported with the synapses of the brain, and that's where I'm talking about parents. You understand this, then later I teach you how to control. Okay, because I know that the TV is the best babysitter, and parents do tell me my child learns so fast. Just now I showed you the old McDonald song, right? I can tell you can switch on for your child. The next 5 minutes, the child is dancing and singing already, right? Our children can learn that fast. They learn that fast. It's true. But so the TV is the double-edged sword, parents, because the TV provides stimulation, visual, auditory as well. But the TV also has the other side, which is the way the information is fed to the brain is just inappropriate. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, to dampen your choice of, there's really no one program that is suitable. Although I can tell there's DVD seller, there's program seller, they're telling you all the good stuff. Okay, but parents, you can keep the screen away as long as you. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to slowly open up the screen. Okay, but I just want to give you the fundamental. And if you are learning, parents, can you just type learning? Okay, if you're learning well, you understand what I'm saying, right? Can you just say just say learning? Okay, you learn. Can you just try LEARN so that I know you're hearing me well? You're learning. Okay, and then I'm going to bring you to the next point. Okay, how many hours can a child of 22 months watch? I already answered actually. 0 to 3 years old, if you can. There are many other things in the environment of your child that can be rich, that your child can learn without watching the television. Parents, there is a routine you can bring your child. And those who have heard me before, every day your child should have opportunities for outdoor activity. As in, just go for a walk, talking in the garden. Parents, these are what your child should receive. Okay, doing things that build their respiratory system. Y'all learned last week. Okay, doing things that you are. Hi, Diana. Good. Welcome in. Yes. Do things that grows your child's fine motor skill. All right, physical. There's so much we parents can do for our child. And not only that, parents who are in our academy, they have a system that follow. They do every day. We connect the synapses in a very organized manner until, right, 3, your child has a good foundation. Yes, screen time can come in after that. Okay, there's a time for it. But I'm so glad all of you are learning, right? All of you are learning. So I'm going to my next point, right? Okay, so how to control. Okay, so to answer, okay, I have many parents tonight, which is good. Thanks. So I just want to have a question, right, by Raisha to ask me how many hours. Answer, Raisha. You heard me. Zero. You're gonna cry, right? Oh dear, no, you can't see, can't give your child TV, right? I tell you what, that's what you mean. If you switch off the TV, the screen now, there'll be screen time. Scream, yes, scream. Then how you control that scream, right? That's where I'm going into. But I'm so glad, I have mommy who has 2 months old just now, right? Elle, right? And also Gazelle has a very young baby. Parents who are in my program, you're under control. Okay, that's good because I control, right, your baby's environment. But you have something very wholesome, systematic that you're giving to your child. That's why we all have superb children. Our children are achievers. Okay, our academy's children are all achievers because parents learn now. They start young. But some parents who heard me a bit late, okay, you're not too late, okay, parents. So long as your child is below 3, even for Patricia, right, you're 4 years old, you all need to work on it. So I'm going to teach you how to control. You want to learn how to control, right? Yes. Yeah. Parents, I hope you all, parenting. I know there's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of things to do. Do you know what? At the moment my son's born, right? My husband is a TV addict. Okay, he just not addict, he just needs the television because it's just his habit. But guess what? The moment my son arrived, okay, the TV came out from my room. It never went back in. All right. And even if we only have one TV in the whole house now. Last time every room has a TV. And I mean, many of you heard me. My son would rather read a book, right, Harry Potter, than to watch a movie. Okay. But of course, we want them to enjoy a movie too, which he now does. But it's a habit build. We are building habit. Okay, parents, we want to build early habit. Okay. Yes, I'm not joking. It's true, Raisha. So to answer Raisha's question, right, at what age, right? How many hours? 22 months, whether it's 22 months, 2 months, 3 months, whichever below 3, okay, it's actually supposed to be zero screen time if you can, because once you get started, right, TV to a child, to a baby, right, it's like honey. They want more and more and more. It's like that. Parents, I mean, those of you who have experience before, right? You switch on 10 minutes, and many times I know the TV is there to get them to eat. How many of you struggle with that? Eating, right? If you put hands up, your child watch TV while eating, right? Can you please write eat, EAT? Eats, right? Can you just type so that I know how many of your children are actually? Some of you say no, they don't really watch. They only meet the screen when they're eating because they kind of like get distracted, right? So how many of you do that? Okay, how many of your children? All right, you want to learn to control? Yeah, yes, Raisha. I must say that you know what? Our children, how good they are, right? It is in our hands. And parents, the first 3 years, you control the right thing. You do all you could. I know some parents, or my parents in my program, they say, wow, there's a lot of effort, huh? A lot of effort. Well, if you look at it, right, as a chore, it's a lot of effort, right? But if you put it as a responsibility to your child, as a parent's, love for your child, right? There is no more effort. You see what I'm saying? Your love, right, is no more like a sacrifice. Don't think of it as sacrifice. Sacrifice is painful, cut. But if you think of it as something that you give to your child, right, while because you love them, you want the best for them for the future, right, then it's never painful. Okay, because our parents would kind of say that to me, Patricia, you teach us so much to apply the good things in our program, and other parents don't do anything. The child just watch TV, they also can the child can dance, can talk also. Yeah, it's true. Not now. You have to see when the child goes to school, then you see, the effort you put in for your child, right, will never go to waste. In fact, it's all treasures. Okay. We have parents who've been through that, done that, come back and already tell us, right? So we are in good hands. Okay. So parents coming back, how to control, right? Yes, you want to know. Number one, parents, you of course you have to control yourself first. How to control, right, parents? The first control is the adults. Okay, so number one, today, because my computer broke down, I couldn't put a lot of things on my screen, right? So I can't put a lot of details. But parents, remember that number one, right, control is actually the adults. Okay, so share what I share with you tonight. And if you're, if or you just play replay lah for whoever who think needs to learn, okay, about the brain. The first part, right, the first 20 minutes about the brain is important. Why we don't feed the TV, whichever program, whether it's old McDonald's or not. But there's a chance to come later. I'll tell you how, when, okay? But number one, parental, we need to, of course, understand the reason and understand the meaning why, then you put a control to it. And I know, Michelle, you attest to it, right? Once you switch on the TV, once a child has tasted that program, it's very difficult, right? It's very difficult for you to switch it off already. They will keep asking, and you don't give, right? You get scream as well. Okay, so Jacqueline say, right, you used to turn on TV all the time. Thanks, Jacqueline. I really love your sharing. It's off all the time. Yeah, you will look forward to the day, and I'll tell you when the day is. Okay, you do the program properly, right? You will. I tell you, my TV is on every day now. My husband come back now, switch on. He go back to his habit, right? But everything is very easy to control. Okay, and of course, you know that my son is he wouldn't there's no need for TV. Parents, the other thing is that you're building early habit. You're building early habit. Okay, you're right. Habit. Okay, parents, habit. Television is also a habit. Okay, yeah. And Michelle, thank you. You yeah. You've done my program, right? You know your effort. Yeah, confirm effort, a lot of effort. No regrets. I'm so happy. I'm sure you'll see your results, isn't it? Yeah. So and there's so much more. Okay, we are going to have alumni party soon. Okay, so come back. No, parents, there's really no regrets. Michelle, she did the whole program, and she's our alumni. Okay, and she's still learning. You see that? Okay, so I love her parents all the time. Now, coming back, right, parents, is that control is that you must first understand the reason, which is why I took the effort to explain to you about the brain. I know it's a bit dry about the brain, but I hope you understand that. Number two, okay, how to teach a child to control. Um, you didn't. It's a habit, you see. When I say it's a habit, then if you understand how habits are formed, right, it's because every day you trickle bit by bit. And of course, the TV is a very enticing. It's entertaining, isn't it, parents? Who doesn't want to be entertained? We all love entertainment, isn't it? So you see, then you must understand how to control a habit. Okay, if your child haven't started, right, then there's no habit, then good. Okay, then you don't need to control. I mean, how to control? You don't even switch it on. Then your child's never seen it, right? So they'll never ask for it, isn't it, parents? So those who haven't switched on, okay. Those who have already switched on, how do you control, right? Bit by bit. Okay, I didn't ask you all to type. Some of you dare not type it. Okay, can y'all please type for me, right? In one day, how long does your child watch the TV? I really like this. I need this information for me to teach you well. Okay, so can y'all please type this down? Okay, if it's 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, please quickly type so that I can tell. Okay, yeah, you key child. Okay. Oh yes. Yes, I have parents suffering from that as well. Okay, that their children, they live with other people. It's okay. It's okay. I teach you how to control still. Okay. So parents who are here, right? Can you please type those who just now said that your child's watching TV, some screen, Coco Melon, right? Can you tell me how long your child's watching these Coco Melon YouTube? Please type in numbers. Okay, 3 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. I need this information. Okay, Annas. 3 years old, 2 hours, very long. Okay, yeah, please type in, but we are open. Okay, but open sharing. We're not going to say, hey, you mummy is showing too much and all that, but only I can say, okay, because I'm a teacher, right? The rest are no comments. Okay, so you just see 30 minutes in the morning. Okay, Lily, for your 9 months, right? I remember 9 months. Yeah, cute, your baby. I love that. The cheek. I feel like touching it. So yes, and okay, you keep. Can you just type in your child's age? Okay, so that I know. All right, 3 hours. Okay, averagely, right, 2 to 3 hours. Now, okay, parents, because I'm addressing this topic is because I have many. Okay, they are not logged into this show, but many are watching my replay. Okay, and I have parents who switch on 3 to 4 hours. That's why I felt the urgency to actually I've been sharing this already in a lot of my face-to-face public talk, but then now I'm doing Facebook live streaming, even better, isn't it? Okay, Michelle says 2 hours because they eat very slowly. Yes, yes, you see that, right? You take away the screen. You know what? My son, of course, many of you know, I wanted always to have more children, but God gave me only one. Okay, but it's okay. God gave me many more hundreds from my academy that I'm using my program on. So I have many real case to share with you. But I went through that too. My son ate very slowly. Okay, but I did not have to go into the screen time. So I'm going to teach you how to control. Okay, yeah. Okay, Yuki, your baby is 15 months. All right, and your child also is exposed to television 3 hours. Okay, parents. I want to say this. Okay, I this TV is all too much. Okay, and because of parents who have been with me, you know that I come across children who are much older already because of my age. You all know I'm coming 50 years old. Okay, so my friends, my peers, people I come across, children. I've been counseling. I used to teach the youth in the polytechnics as well, and I encounter many parents. Right, I'm counseling parents. uh, any below 3 years old, okay, there's a lot of behavioral issue today. Parents, I'm just foretelling. I'm not saying that your child I watch TV for sure happens, okay, but I can tell you that many parents, right, succumb to the television, the screen, because number one, mealtime. The child eats too slowly. We want them to finish their food, right? We distract them with the television. Yes. Then if you know TV, they won't eat or they eat too even slower. Yeah. Yes. Yuki. Yes. I acknowledge that. Okay. Number two, is that parents are busy. Okay, and I have a very sad case where a boy, he was later diagnosed. Actually, I have a few lah. Okay, who came to me, right, was mild autism, and in fact, they were referred to the occupational therapist already, and to developmental, a psychologist. And when they found my academy, they came. We taught them how to change the environment. And number one thing, remove the television. Do you know immediately it makes so much change, a big change in the child's reaction, their eye contact, the way they react, their temperament also change. Okay, so I want to say that it's not too late, but y'all cannot immediately take away the TV. That's what I'm teaching y'all tonight. You know, don't go into this screen time with your child, okay? I'm going to teach you how to reduce slow by slowly. Y'all like to know, right? You want to know? Yeah, you type control, right? Yes, I know just now Raisha's already say. I'm glad you want to learn because at least you acknowledge it and now you want to learn, right? And I'm so happy. I can't see your hearts and thumbs coming up tonight, but I like to see that because, later on when I watch replay, right, it's very nice, every night, every Tuesday after doing it with you, I always evaluate myself too, how much, how I can do better next time. So I watch, right? I love to watch all see the hearts and the thumbs coming out. It really encourages me to say, oh, Patricia, people want to learn, you have to keep teaching, you have to keep doing it. Okay. Um, a lot. Yes, good job, Michelle. You're doing the right thing. Okay, replace that. Replace that. Your child. What kind of yeah? What kind of child and what kind of thing, right? So parents, you all heard me tonight. You see the reason you to control. Okay, so what you do is that you reduce. If you see, if it's 2 hours, okay, always reduce 10%. Okay, every 3 days you cut down until your child doesn't even realize that you're cutting down. Okay, and also if your child already has a habit that must switch on TV then I eat, right? Okay, the first you can do, but don't not the TV first. Before you start the TV, right, you tell your child, okay, mommy has some new toy for you. Let your child play the toy, or let your child eat and his hands busy. Okay, until he's totally like slow down, he wouldn't eat, right? Okay, then that's where you switch on the last maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes of the TV. Okay, so we strike halfway. But I must say that you are a parent. Every child's different, and I can't, I know some people are quite helpless, like Yuki, right? Because you're staying with other people, so you can't switch on the TV. I agree with you because there are many parents who are in that shoes as well. Okay, some worse. Okay, grandpa, grandma cannot touch the television type, but I'm addressing that so long as you can control. Okay, you reduce bit by bit, and Yuki, there are ways. Maybe you could just bring your child to another place or find a way. Okay, to cut down that screen time bit by bit. Don't immediate. Okay, Patricia, last night say cannot watch tomorrow, everything. No, I tell you, it's gonna be a cold turkey. That is how bad the TV is. Anything that can cause a cold turkey, right? That's not good, right? Okay, and because the habit is formed. The habit is formed. And if it causes cold turkey, means that the brain needs it, right? And it's something that is toxic, it's not good, and it's not right. So don't go through that. Okay, cut down 10%. Seriously, parents, 10% by 10%. Slowly you cut down. Okay, not immediately. Can you do that? Okay, cut down until right you're left with maybe half an hour. You need to manage that. All right. If it's a meal time, do not start switching on the TV because once it's on, right, you cannot switch it off already, and your meal is done. But you start with some talk, some play, sing song, then do funny action. I play with my son, and you give him toys, right? Okay, the first half hour, feed. Then only the last part, compromise. Okay, strike halfway. Okay, parents, work on that. Okay, you can do it. You can do it because a lot of my parents who are in my program, they came, they learn, they control. Okay, they can do it. You can. All right. Number two, right? So number one, I mentioned, right, adults control, right? Number two, you control the timing. Okay, you reduce by 10% only. Every 3-4 days, you cut down. Your child, okay. I have my lot of parents successfully do that. All right, the anger, the tantrum goes away. You know, and that scream goes away. All right. Attention span increases. You like that, right, parents? All these happen. And I have many parents' videos which I don't have time to show you. They all come and they attest to it. Okay. So these are evidenced already. And scientifically, yeah, you find there's a lot of studies done. In fact, recently, very most recently, um, I've also come across an article, right? Actually, but it's an old article that talks about by pediatricians in the Singapore Children's Hospital that the television is causing a lot of attention deficiency issues in children. Okay, so parents take note of that. So the duration, okay, adults as well. And number three, right, is actually parents give your child a lot of activities outdoor. Okay, you get them tired, get their appetite grow. You see that? So just like I mentioned, right, bring your child out for a walk. And this is not just for TV, okay? This is essential for brain development, okay? Outdoor, last week I talked about it. So if you're those of you who are just new, go back to watch my previous replay, okay? There's a lot of gems in there. Parents who are here, you all learn, you're coming back. So parents, can you type, right, go outdoor? Can you please type outdoor? Because I want to know that you're learning. I can't see on my phone today, so I'm relying on one screen. So type outdoor so that I know that you're actively learning, okay? But the more you all type, the more I know that you're following me, because I always try to keep my life in less than an hour. Last time 45 minutes. Now I stand less than an hour so that I can really finish it. Okay, so that you can go back to your child as well. Go back to bed. Go to bed. Okay. So parents, type outdoor. Please type outdoor. Okay. Now the third point, right, I'm giving you for control, right, is bring your child outdoor. Let them work out their respiratory system. You know why they a lot of children eat slowly. You know why? Because they're chewing, they take effort, they need energy. Okay. And actually, seriously, if you take them outdoor, they become hungry, they work out the appetite, right? They eat better, they grow better, they digest better. Parents, you see that? You go outdoor and have your child walk. And parents, in my academy, if you remember how long your child has to walk, you remember? 365 meters, which is close to one round the stadium, 400 meters, okay, a day. If your child is already a walker, and most of your children are, right, you're 22 months, bring your child outdoor, okay, walk around the estate, walk around the park, not just, go down and then in the pram or carry. No, let your child use the energy, because that is good for their lungs as well, okay? It builds their respiratory system. All right. So, what is that? Can the neurological after reduced television? All right, sure. Okay. I tell you what. Don't worry about these. Okay, these damages. I've come across parents who have been through that. I have not talked with you in depth, but so long. I just hope that there's no other behavioral issue, because I've come across a parent. Okay, in my earlier days when I started academy about 5 years ago, the child is exposed to the television, right, 4 hours a day. And this child was actually later diagnosed with autism that has to go for treatment as well. But the father also realized that when they cut down the TV, right, the child has better attention, eye contact and so on. But of course, this child needs to go through correction already. Okay, very good, hopscotch. But you need to get get energy. Okay, get respiratory system. All right. So whatever you do, hopscotch is good. Walking, a lot of walking. Okay. Playing record games. Your little, get them exercise. Get them to move their body. Parents, it's not a cliche. Okay. I know people will say, "Hey, make your child move your body," right? But parents, it is not a cliche. Okay. So those that have not typed outdoor, I want you to remember outdoor or games, right? You prefer games, you put games at Michelle, or you type outdoor. So I know you are committed to doing that. Well, I type, our parents, you commit to doing it. Okay. You commit to your child. You don't commit to me. You commit to your child that you're going to do. Okay. So I give you these 3 points. Do it. Okay. To that, I didn't put in the sub points, right? But I hope you all remember. Just I ask you all to type. Number one, parental control. Okay. This one, if I seriously, I know your husbands love your child. My husband had to go through that as well, the cold turkey, right? But we did that. Okay, adults have their own cold turkey too. Our parents, you know that. Okay, so skipping, yes, but make sure you get respiratory and must be prolonged period of time. So parents, you all know best when your child is using the energy, right? And when they have used up energy, they eat better. So if you're talking about because of the eating, a lot of reasons, because of the eating, they want to watch TV. But once you get more physical activity up, right, parents, the need for television goes down. Okay, because this is really the need for television goes down. Number four. Okay, I'm at a bonus point for you, right? Do exploratory activity. Doing activity, art and craft and so on, right? I know this take a bit more effort. Not every parent has time to do that. But if you have time, parents, or weekends, right, do find motor skill activity, bonding activity, okay, fixing puzzle and all that. Because your child's environment, you know why a lot of children love TV? Because there's no other things. If you're not feeding your child something wholesome, right, they will look for other things to eat, right? So it's like taking junk food, isn't it? Okay. I'm not saying, seriously, parents, TV programs, I'll talk about my third point, okay? Yeah, when can your child, yeah, and when you say swim, right, it's every day, Parisa, okay, you have to put in every day hide and seek. Yes, but hide and seek must be prolonged, and these are all good games, but there must be intensity, okay, parents, there must be intensity in your activity. There must be respiratory, you must hear them pant, deep breathing, because that's where energy is burned, and that's where your child will consume better. Okay, so if you talk about mealtime TV, right, this is how you conquer. But if you talk about other time without mealtime, they're addicted already, right? So to how do you cure a cold turkey, right? Yeah, you have to distract and make them do sports. Seriously, parents. So yeah, it is that bad. Okay. And so parents, I hope I address all your concern. The first question is addressed. No matter what age your child is, whatever program, right, you have to tune it down. Okay. So give your child all these until your child's 3, because up to 3 years old, that's where the synapses is the brain, the cells connectivity is most aggressive, you see. So that's why TV has that impact on your child. But after 3, parents, seriously, right, TV may not have all that bad impact anymore. Okay. After your child do Zumba, that's good. Okay. Yeah, Parisa, you agree with me, it's true, right? Okay. To cure cold turkey, you need to get activities done. They forget about TV. Okay. So you need them to move their body. I get distracted. Okay, I was back to talking about you need to control, right, your child's diet, what they do. Okay, but a very important, parents, is that you need to be committed to doing it, and up to 3 years old, because just I mentioned, right, by the 3 years old brain, that's why the brain is very explosive. That's why TV has an impact on a child below 3. I can tell seriously, for us, like you know how old I am, right, and some of us 30, 40, 20 something, TV doesn't have that big negative impact, because our synapses are not that aggressive anymore. You see that? So it doesn't have that kind of negative impact on us. Even if your child is 8 years old, 9 years old, right, it's already past that aggressive, explosive growth period. You see what I'm saying? So TV's impact may not be as great, but by 8 years old, 9 years old, if your child has a habit of TV, right, right, that compromises on their study time, their attention in school. Okay, this is what early TV will cause at 8 years old, 9 years old, and it's hard for them. Okay, so do take note, parents. Okay, control. Okay, lastly, what age then can your child watch TV, right? It's not age, okay, it's how much habit. What's your child's habit? Okay, what habit have you formed? So parents, to answer this, right, actually it's not about the age, because I have parents, even parents who are in my academy program, right? Okay, some are finishing, some are halfway. They're like, Patricia, and just recently another mommy too, she's in our program, she's diligently doing, but a lot of times the husband is just like, when can I switch on TV for my child? And this show so funny, so cute. I want my child to watch. But the mother say, no, no, no. Okay, parents, then at what age, right? It's not about the age, okay? It's not about the age. Because I tell you, my son, my own son, okay, because of course I have a structure with him. I build him the system that I do with him, which I'm teaching all my parents in the academy now. At 2 years old, my son was reading independently, right? But not because I taught him ABC, neither did I teach him phonics, okay? But because of the brain work and how I taught, I gave him early stimulation visually. There's a science to reading, actually. It's not about going to school, okay? So early literacy came to him really early. And my son enjoyed reading. He was talking to me about the sun, the stars, and teaching me, educating me about, geography and history. He reads profusely by 3 years or 4 years old. And but you see, I had to force my son later on to watch television. That's good, right? So okay, so at about 2.5, yes, he started having television in his life. But I control the duration as well. Okay, control the kind of program. And he's okay, because you see, parents, once you put a control, and a child already has built a habit, and his habit is what? Learn through reading for him, because he has a habit, and because he already has his routine to read, to learn. Okay, so then when TV comes, right, he only there's a very controlled kind of program, which parents in my workshop 4, right, the last stage of our academy, they learn that, right? What kind of program, which is another lesson by itself. Okay, so I switch on singing, the kind of human being acting out singing for him. Yeah, 10 minutes only, 10 minutes each session, 2 sessions a day, that's all. Never ask for more. All right, you like that, parents? You like that, right? But it's because he has already got a habit. So parents, just like I already shared with you, all right, you need to build the right habit first. Okay, so just like your type habit. All right, so yes, very good, Jacqueline. You see, your child will turn off TV, right, when you ask him to, because you already because you have put a control, and you know he can you start even though he's under 3? Well, like I said, you're in a program, Julian. So I will have to see the background. In fact, Michelle also had the same question for me before she even finished the program as well. So then I always say, watch your child, what habit, because we are building early habits. Okay, so whether you can start early before he's 3, right? He's 3. Actually, all depends, right? Because I had another parent, okay, who finished my program, thought, oh, I got everything done for my child. He's good, right? Which because I allow you all to switch on the TV already. Guess what? This parent then start to switch on TV half an hour a day. The child wants more. Okay, it's okay, because she thought she already set the brain, right? Until she had reached a point, the child doesn't want to read anymore. Then go back, just keep asking for TV every day. Then she has to come back to me for advice, how to detox now. So you have to redo a lot of things. So you do need to control and watch your child, okay? And slowly, it's not never too late for them to watch TV at 4 years old, 5 years old, right? There's nothing wrong. I know not too late for them to watch, but you must watch that your child has a habit of what? Learning through their hands, right? Learning to explore, has a habit to read every day, because you want your child to have a habit to want to see words, not watch. You see, parents, one more thing, this is my own inference. This one is really a little of my opinion, is that, the TV, right, gives you information very, very immediate, isn't it? It makes you like, spoon feed. A lot of children, we always say, right, our children nowadays are very spoon fed, isn't it? They always need information to be fed to them, right? They don't go and find information themselves. Well, you see, my son, right, when you ask him anything, right, he will go and find things to read and so on. And many of our children in the program who have graduated too. Why? Because their source of information is through the books, through research and reading. Whereas those who watch television, right, they'll be watching just waiting to be fed. Immediate. You see, they don't take the effort to go read anymore. So yeah, you can research and watch YouTube, right? But then my point is that parents, you make sure you build habit. So when to switch on the TV, parents, make sure that your child has a habit to learn through reading. Your child has a habit to use the hands to explore, right? And they have the patience to sit down and fix a puzzle, or do something, like there's a prolonged period. Because okay, so you need to observe that your child has the attention span. If your child has because TV actually causes a child to have short attention span. I hope all of you know already, even before you heard from me, right? TV does shorten your child's attention span, because, like I said, I use a scientific explanation neurologically, but yes, it does shorten the attention span. So a few things to look out for before you switch on the TV. Okay, so attention span is one. The habit of your child. Okay, that means your child's learning habit has to be formed first before you switch on the television. All right. Then when you switch on the television, okay, yeah, Jacqueline says your son will switch off. Yes, that's good. But then you can test it out, but make sure that each time your child watches the TV is only 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's the max, okay, for a beginner. And just keep it to 10. And you have to say, and before you switch off, you have to say, okay, mommy say 10 minutes, and show them the clock. Whether, this is a method I teach our parents, right? Doesn't matter whether a child can read the clock or not, you just say, okay, look at it, right? It says 10 o'clock now. Okay, 10 now, 10 minutes. The child doesn't need to know how to read the clock, seriously, okay? But just have to give them an understanding of relative of time. Okay, parents. So make sure your child has a habit. And in fact, as early as 2.5, if your child has this foundation, because our parents will start our program really young. Okay, some even from birth, right? And by the time your child reaches 2, or even before 2, your child's foundation is built. Okay, and of course, your homemade book, our parents who are in my program, remember your homemade books, right? You build a habit. Okay, you build a habit that your child already they need words. That means the children will ask you, mommy want to read, mommy want to read. That is where the first habit, right? Number 2 is that they enjoy doing things, finding things with you. They have the attention to sit down, to complete a puzzle, to do a Lego. This is where I say observable habit. Number 3, right? To the point that they do not need television to eat. Okay? These are the three things, right? You must see that your child reaches that point. Then when you switch on TV, right, it is just really for a short entertainment. And then you're talking about you're building self-control. Parents, actually, all these, right, you're building early habit and character. I hope you don't just focus. I teach parents always tell me, you do not just focus on, oh, I don't want the television. That's all. It's not that. You're building early habit. Don't you like it? You're teaching your child self-control. And I like Jacqueline's, like you say, right, your child will switch off by himself. Yeah. Okay. Jacqueline, I understand, but like I say, it's very good now. Okay, and sometimes, yes, it's true that you said that was scary and Crystal stop watching. Then don't watch. Seriously, I've not watched Cocomelon. Okay, animal, which is what it's true. It's true that I want to tell you that I don't advocate even National Geographic. Some parents say, "Oh, can I let my child watch, National Geographic and all that?" Right? Okay. Yeah, parents, seriously, it is she doesn't like any cartoons, so it didn't start, right? Yeah, it's good. Because parents in my program, okay, Michelle is one of parents, is that what they learn is we don't give cartoons first. We give encyclopedic knowledge. We teach our children facts first. Okay, parents? So I hope you all get the thing. When we give our children books, right, parents? Yeah, that's a method to get children, but don't reading. Okay, reading is another session that I have to do, because I don't advocate parents who point word for word make the child read. That's also wrong. Okay, that's another. If you all go search for one of my earlier videos in, I think, late March, I had one about reading. So please, parents, I talk about how which way of reading is correct and not correct. Okay, so do take note of that, because the wrong way of reading, to your child or with your child, could actually cause early myopia. Okay, and even to the extent it could cause dyslexic too if the child's visual pathway is not fully developed. That's another science, okay? Another time. I don't want to drag tonight. But coming back is that I just want to address today's topic, okay? So yeah, Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig just came out 12 years ago when my son. But like I said, it's not the program. It's not the program, parents. It is the habit that we are building, okay? And self-control. All right. So and these are all very it's very formative in the early year. And yes, I agree with you, parents. Even documentary lions devouring. Actually, I don't advocate all that too young. And you rather the child reads. Okay, I give you all one last example, one last case study is okay. And then before I let y'all go for your bedtime, I know y'all enjoying learning. And seriously, I see your comment coming. I know that we can talk and continue, right? And next time we have our wine, and then we do our wine party online. I do with some of my friends, during lockdown. Now, parents, documentary and odyssey. I tell you this story about Little Red Riding Hood. Okay. Um, See, if a child were to read a story, right? Okay, of Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, what happens when the child reads, right, the wolf, they imagine how the wolf looks like, isn't it, right? And to a child's imagination, the wolf could actually be looking like a very mild dog, to them. They may not think of the wolf as being so ferocious. So let them imagine, right? Let them imagine the story. That's why reading or you telling the story to the child, it helps the child imagine. But if they watch TV, immediately, right, they don't need to think, whatever the impression of the TV program, whoever illustrates that on TV, right, the cartoonist or the actor, it comes immediate to the child. There's no need for imagination anymore, isn't it? So they don't need to process, don't need to learn. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Ludi, for enjoying learning. So, parents, seriously, that's the problem with television. Okay, this in one of my research as well. And Little Red Riding Hood was cited there, and not very original for me, but it is very true. Okay, so it kind of like cuts the imagination. Then the child, right, will imagine the wolf, right? And actually, Little Red Riding Hood is a very mild story, but to a lot of children, it's a very scary story. Okay, and I want to tell you that my son also came across quite a few things like that and encounters before. Okay, and yes, documentary. Watching how a lion devouring a carcass actually is not. I feel that it's actually not suitable for a child below 3. So please don't. I rather you read to your child. Yeah, I'm right. Right, it's very straight feed up everything, and there's no need for them to process. Then the child becomes very spoon fed in terms of taking information. All right. I know parents. I have not shared my story as another day, but then because we have become friends already. Many of you actually have been logging in. I just share with you a little bit. Is that actually I was a corporate. I was in corporate, right? Holding regional position, and then later on, when my son came, when I was nearly 40, I decided that I stopped, right? And that's when my brain research. That was 12 years ago. That I really go into the study of the brain, and that's why it makes me so passionate about sharing what I know. And parents, it is something that is very goes direct into the child. They don't need to no, so they don't imagine even. So do be careful, Jacqueline. So that's why one daddy actually was pressuring the wife because the wife is the one actively doing what I taught them, right? Daddy sometimes work doesn't come to my session, and just I got a question from a mommy in our program asking, oh, my husband is asking, right, when can we switch on TV for my son? I said, and then the father is saying, National Geographic is very good, very educational. I said, what? You read to your child. There's National Geographic books as well, you know. Then you can get a book that read. It's very mild. It's very different from your child watching it happening. So parents choose. Like I said, it's not the program. Okay, your child is just not ready below 3 years old. Okay, so just 3 years, just first 3 years. Do you know that the first 3 years, of course, besides doing this, parents in my academy, they learn a lot more about how then to feed the brain, right? Until 2.5, depending on when you start the program. And mummies like Michelle, mummy, and all that, you know that your child is very stable, right? Very capable. Then you can teach them anything. And that first 3 years, right? You take the time to build your child well, nurture your child well. It's for life already, parents. You set the foundation for life. Okay. And like I said, even this habit that you build now, right? Don't like, well, 3 years old, wow, just switch on the television and let the child watch for your hours. That's also not right. Okay, you build a habit, you still need to put a control. That's what parent is. Okay, but like I always say, don't over parent your child, but you want to nurture them with the right habit, and then later on, right, once they reach teenage years, they can make the right decision later on. Seriously, parents, these are all early habits. Okay, so I have parents who come to our program. They have older children. You know what? The older children cannot control anymore. All right, and Yuki said, right. I mean, your brother's children, they have been in it. Yes, it's true. I know. I won't want to talk about other parents. You are here. You hear me. So I hope you all learn it well. Okay, parents. Yeah. And if you have any question, please write to me. I'm happy to. You all inspire me to come up with my topics as well. Like I said, there's so many things I talk about reading. I can talk about this early discipline. So many topics we can talk about. Okay, but I want to talk something that is close to the heart. And I hope all of you are learning well, right? Okay, if you're learning well, right, parents? Okay, before I let you all go, the usual, right? Good night is we type joy, okay? If you would just type in Joy, a big Joy, right? Okay, and we want to see the big Joy, okay? If you would see my big Joy, all right, this is what we want to see, okay? Yeah. Oh, Jacqueline wants to talk about reading. Okay. I will. Okay. In fact, I have done a video on that, but I will do a standard one. Okay. I'll explain how to read early reading, what early literacy. Okay. If you're interested in reading, I will do that one day. Okay. So, yeah, I'm happy to share. Yes. Yes, Ludi, I'm so glad. Okay, so parents, I really dislike, but people who know me from young, I don't like goodbye, all I like is let's say joy, and that's my way of saying good night. And I will see you next Tuesday. Okay, same time, 9:30. Okay. Yes, everyone has joy. Thank you, Diana. I love that. Okay. More joy coming in, Lishan. Yeah. Oh, you're here. Okay, good. So yes, type in joy. Hi, Lishan. Okay, so good to see all of you. Yes, okay. And I'm very happy to see all of you, Isa. Oh, your baby is so cute. Yeah, next time you all cannot put baby photo here. I get distracted, and no parents will know. Sometimes I get very distracted. Okay, and Cameline, I'm glad she's growing well as well. Huh? Michelle, all these I see them from baby, and many of parents' baby are growing up. Okay, yeah, okay. Parents want me to talk about reading, right? Okay, let me see. Over the week, right? Actually, okay, parents actually do share my video because I have so many parents who later on watch my replay. And in fact, recently, because my followers has increased, I also have many followers from other time zone. Okay, and they do ask me a lot of pressing questions as well. and my heart goes out to them, and I also addressing quite a number of parents who have not had the opportunity to learn well from the right people. Okay, and no one's telling them the right thing. So yes, reading is one of them. But I will see. Okay, my pleasure to see all of you. Okay, so joy, 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 and have a good night. And I will see you next week, same time. Okay. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. So I'll see you. Okay. Now I'm going to sign off. All right. Good night to all of you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, and do share. I see one more Joy coming in. And okay, Wendy. Right. Thank you for tuning in. I will see y'all next week. Okay. So see you then. All right. And I wish you all good night. Okay.